Hello everybody, carrying on my attempts at the full motion video games. I've done I Saw Black Clouds, which was a spooky horror game, a crime thriller one, Late Shift, and this, as you can see, is the Shapeshifting Detective. So let's see what we got with this. Obviously this is also going to be crimey. Might be crimey and spooky, because shapeshifting, it's not obviously not normal.
You're listening to Radio August, Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut. Exactly. Rewind.
You need to listen. Oh, you need to know when to keep your mouth shut. Straight through.
You're listening to Radio August, Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
I'm not going to say anything.
You know why you're here, don't you?
I deleted the question. My first was it. I'm not going to say anything. You just told me to keep your mouth shut.
The dead girl. And this. What exactly were you thinking? You have one job. Don't get caught. Do you think you can do that this time?
I'm not saying anything because I don't know what I'm going to do.
Splendid. You're going to a town called August. Find Chief DuPont. He's gonna think you're someone else. This person. This is who you are now. Understood? Splendid. If someone so much as sniffs that you're different, you'll be deprecated. Deprecated.
Doesn't sound nice.
We expect you to use your ability. Just don't get caught. And never, ever change into a child.
In brighter news, August resident Mia French is celebrating the return of her missing pooch, Barley. The 8-month-old Basset Hound puppy was found outside Daryl's Chicken and Ribs.
And that's 5 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I'm Violet. Welcome to the guest house. There are some rules. In particular, no shoes in the guest house. The carpet's priceless. Now, how long are you staying for?
As long as I need to. As I say, I'm not sure.
That's fine. It's yours for as long as you want it. There's not been many visitors of late. Perhaps the murder will bring some tourists in. It's just you and some tarot readers at the moment. It's deathly quiet. Yes, the murder. You haven't spoken to the chief yet, have you?
Nope.
Chief Dupont. He's the one who booked the room for you. You look lost. You should probably go and speak to the chief. Your room is just down the hall, last on the left. It has its own back door. The chief said that's the way you'd like it.
Well, I do like having my own back door.
Just finishing.
Don't want somebody else's. Predicting the future, or I'm just looking for my room?
Yeah. It's a big place. Hi, I'm Bronwyn. Pleased to meet you, Sam. If you'd like a reading.
Maybe later.
That sounds super. I'm in room 1 and that's down the hall. Lorraine's in 2, Lexi's in 3. And which room are you in, Sam?
Can't remember what you said. Last on the left.
We're neighbours. Just knock if you need me.
Close to you is a phrase I've heard more than a few times. It's true, and of course, I will not tell them why.
Let's have a look at my room. Leave, shifting, locked. Because obviously I'm the shapeshifter, so I can shift into different people. But I can't at the moment.
I've tried to be discriminating in my victims. No true innocents have been fed to the beast, though that first time was pretty close. But everyone since has put themselves in my path. It's a way to live with the monstrosity of
Let's
it.
go
It's
see
barbaric,
this
but at least I tell
chief.
myself the Slayer only takes those that the world is better.
Good, you got my message. Chief Inspector Dupont. I wasn't sure you'd come, but I suppose you're between jobs? Well, we both know that's not true. But I like it. Sam, that's your cover now. So, the job. Dorota Shaw, 21, accomplished cellist, redhead. Strangled. I know who did it, but I need proof. It's the tarot readers. Yes. Keep up, Sam. That's the girl who was murdered?
Yeah. What about her?
Because they predicted it. The older one, Bronwyn, she came into my office last night talking all crazy and saying Dorota was in trouble. I did my best not to lock her up. It all sounded crazy to me. Tarot, the spirit world, cards that move, trans-dimensional thingamajigs. To be honest, I thought she'd probably been smoking something. And that's why I didn't take it seriously. Because things, I don't have enough on her. That's where you come in. The free guest house stay isn't free. I need you to work the case and report back to me. Find out things from the inside. Can you do it?
I'll have a go.
Okay. I'll be telling everyone that you've been hired by the Shaws because obviously local law enforcement is either too incompetent or too overworked to solve anything. That gives you a license to talk to people, but only notionally. Don't actually touch people or annoy them. You don't have any real authority, understand? But you help me out, I'll help you.
Help me out?
Do I have to spell it out?
Yes.
I'll make your problem go away, or at least sink it to the bottom of a pile of paperwork.
What's my problem?
Your old town? The problem? Come and find me when you're settled. This is Second Chance Sunday for you, Sam. Don't blow it.
But tell me
What do you
about
want to know?
Doretta.
She was a cellist, selected for a scholarship at Juilliard. It was in the local paper. I'm more of a Bon Jovi fan myself. Don't read the paper, do you?
No.
Yesterday, Monday the 9th, at approximately 9 p.m, according to the coroner, we got a call from the mother just after 10 p.m. In her bedroom, she was naked, strangled. No signs of sexual activity of any kind. It was a weird scene to look at. There was one thing, but it's strictly between you and me.
Ooh.
Dorota had a gold coin in her mouth. I'm being serious now, Sam. Not a word of this. It's the one thing only the killer would know.
I'll ask him about whether he's got an alibi at last thing.
Born here, runs the local guest house. Lovely lady. Where are you going with this, Sam? What's she told you?
Nothing at all. But I ain't going to say nothing. I'm going to leave him thinking that I might know something.
Look, if it's about the pills, I already know.
Ah. What do we know?
Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigating? Do I have an alibi for last night? Do I? Okay. I was here, and there are video monitors that will prove it. Thanks for ruling me out, genius.
Well, got to start somewhere. Don't know how many people are in August, but you know, that's one less that I've got to worry about. Already asked that. Now let's see if we get a different response.
Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigating?
Okay.
One bedroom flat in the most anonymous block I could find. I relax in a warm bath and wonder whether they've found the body yet. Feel the satiated
I'm going to tune the radio
because
because I wonder what you get different if you tune the radio. You just turn it off.
Myself, but everything must be put in order. The
No,
clothes
leave
I
it,
wore
it
are
might give you
bagged
some
and ready for
clues.
disposal. I'll take them to the dump tomorrow first thing. Then I'll need to trawl through the charity shops ready for the next time. Because there will be.
Sam, is it? I'm sensing you're not
If you
here
keep on
for a
me.
reading.
Oh. How did you predict the murder?
We saw it in the cards, not images, feelings, impressions. Tarot can be very powerful. Not these cards. They only tell us what they want us to know. In my room reading, I found a trashy romance novel under the bed. I'm assuming it's Violet's. It's all swooning heroines and brooding vampire Casanovas. Thank God Lexi saved me. She came to my room to chat for a little while. That was around 9, I think. You can ask her. I said the book was trashy. Look at this place. If her guest house is anything to go by, Violet's the opposite of trashy. Chief Dupont thinks I did it. I'm hoping you'll convince him otherwise.
Well, why should I convince him? Well, that's obvious if you can do it.
We've only been here 2 days. I understand it's suspicious me being a stranger in town, but it's the truth. We saw danger in the cards and we tried to stop it. Trust me, Sam, we're on the same team.
Well, if you're going to kill somebody, you'd be pretty stupid to go and tell
some danger
the
that's
police
lurking, perhaps represented as danger of certain people that this
Lexi, the one she said came to.
Hi, Sam, is it? Come on in, make yourself at home. Mi casa es su casa. Come on.
Did you know Doretta?
I don't know anyone in this
Right.
town, except for Bronwyn and Rain, obviously, and Violet, and the Chief, and now you. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. Good old-fashioned fortune-telling. Well, kind of. We drew a card each and smushed them all together. Do you know what the most dangerous tarot card is?
I don't think it's death. Death doesn't necessarily mean death.
Nah, the devil's cool. The tarot one, I mean, not the actual one. I'm not a devil worshipper. The Five of Swords. I think so anyway. There's nothing more dangerous than someone taking whatever they want, no matter the cost. Yeah, I did. Rain got the Knight of Wands, that's Dorota, and Bronwyn got the Ten of Swords, which is, well, you know, swords in general are bad.
Why did you come to all
The cards told us to. Well, the cards of Rain. Tarot gives us a rough direction and he narrows it down with some astrological jiggery pokery. He's basically a walking esoteric library. And if that sounds dull, let me reassure you, it is. No? Well, yeah. Well, no. We have a job to do. I didn't say job. I said job.
No, just keep quiet, because that's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's a tarot thing you won't understand.
She's a bit sus.
I was in my room all night with Bronwyn. We were painting our nails.
Well, you weren't in your room because you went to her room.
No, I mean, yeah, I've already cleaned it off. She's like my big sister, so pretty well.
No point in asking that because she's not going to say yes.
You know the Chief's got it all wrong. Ron could never hurt anyone. But I'm sure a smart detective like you can help prove she's innocent. Oh, that's mean. She didn't do it anyway. Chief DuPont's crazy.
I'll go where the evidence tells me.
Falling out of them until the whole room is covered in bugs. I don't know about you, Poe, but I don't really like the sound of that very much.
I'm going to visit Bronwyn again.
That is very creepy, but
Because what she said doesn't tell her. Oh no, I haven't got it.
Absolutely.
different rooms, different areas, different parts of her life.
Let's visit this
They're
room.
all
You must be a new guest. Or you're burglaring us. I'm Rain, by the way. Pleased to meet you, Sam. Enjoy your stay. The hot water goes off at 9, by the way, so it's cold showers from there on in. It really bugs me. I didn't know her. I know she was called Dorota Shaw. She was young, had red hair, a talented musician.
Do you have any connection at
No,
all?
not at all. You're completely barking up the wrong tree there.
Well, that's a silly thing to say, 'cause obviously...
Sam, I don't have a motive for killing Dorota. Full stop. I'd have to be possessed to murder anything. Do you believe in possession, Sam?
I'll say maybe, because if I can shapeshift, isn't that a form?
Just
No.
keep an eye out for anyone acting suspiciously. Although, today, almost everyone seems to be acting suspiciously.
Don't trust him.
We did a reading. A group reading, actually. With a special tarot deck. The three of us get together and read the same cards. Bronwyn says it makes the whole thing stronger or more powerful or something. But I'm pretty sure I'd get the same answers just on my own.
Tell me about the special tarot deck.
Mercury? It's not exactly from here. With a normal tarot deck, you'd have the question, so you'd be the querent. With Mercury, it gives you the question and the answer. The cards themselves kind of change. It's a special deck. I don't have it at the moment. Bronwyn has it.
Don't trust him.
I was in my room. Praying, actually. I don't believe in God, but I was still praying. It didn't work.
What didn't work?
My prayer. That the girl would be safe.
Okay. The robes were fish scales, briefly, but again, becoming cloth.
Well,
I assume you've been to see Chief DuPont already. Not really. I'm sure she was a precious lamb, though.
It's gonna keep quiet, see what she says.
She reminds me of me, but without my intellect. Nice, yes, that's a good description. Actually, I thought she was a bit slutty, to be honest. Sorry. I'm gossiping. I don't want to talk ill of the dead. Ask her boyfriend. Oscar lives at the vicarage next to the church. Don't tell him I sent you, though. I'm sure he's sick of seeing people already. They're tarot readers. I'm thinking of asking them to leave, actually. Because they may have killed someone. It's not great for my reputation, is it? Stay at Violet's, the home of killers and hobos. I'm sorry, it's a derogatory word, isn't it? But strange people seem to gravitate towards this guest house, Sam. I think I'll get the sign changed.
Ask her about the pills.
I take clozapine. I think they're for anxiety. I'm a very anxious person.
Yeah, go on, let's ask.
I don't know, Dr. Sam, you tell me. It's the strangest thing. I honestly don't remember. But I imagine I was here or getting groceries somewhere.
Can't remember.
No, and I didn't murder her, if that's what you're asking.
Bethany had lived a life of addiction, survived on a steadily dwindling income from
If I
prostitution,
go to my
as
room,
age,
see if I
drugs,
can
and street
change
life
that.
took their toll on her market.
Find somewhere safe to transition. You're not a superhero.
Ooh. Who shall I become? Their stories didn't tell they? If I become her, talk to her and see what she says.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Obviously, I can't go and talk to
And into my
Bronwyn.
mouth,
That might be a
stretching
bit
it
of a
wide.
giveaway.
The bag lady gapped its bile-stained mouth over my own and regurgitated a worm-like thing.
I want
No
to speak
thicker
to
than...
her.
Ron, are you okay?
I'm not okay. I'm okay.
I'll say I'm okay.
Good. It's not our fault this stuff happens. We're just the messengers.
We've seen a lot of stuff.
Are you asking me or telling me? Yes, we've seen a lot of stuff. You seem weird. Just go and regroup or something, then come back and make me feel better about myself.
The worm was inside my
Didn't do that
skull,
very good.
inside my brain.
Try it the other
The
way
bag lady
around.
drifted back to the center of the room and floated there.
Right.
Hi, I'm Lexi. Oh, I'm Lexi.
Right, and now.
And observed with the bag lady as I went, and relayed my thoughts through the worm.
She said she stopped in
A
a
new
room,
life with the bag lady's
and what's
worm
it came
inside
and
my
they
brain.
talked, and the other one said
Small talk with the
What's
she
up,
was round
Lexi?
there doing her nails.
I'm sensing something's on your mind.
I'm worried about our alibi.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. We don't have anything to hide. I'm more worried about Violet. I didn't see her last night, did you?
You think she's the murderer? Did Violet know Dorota?
I have no idea. They're both redheads. Maybe August has a club?
horror. The bag lady was getting hungry. Spare some change? A homeless man said. He wore torn clothes, held a cardboard sign in hand, and smelled of urine. The worm probed, and the worm did not hear the usual refrain. Not this one.
Hello, Lexi. What can I do for you?
Chat with some of the others.
Please don't ask us to leave. The police want alibis from everyone for last night.
Well, I don't have one. I literally can't remember what I was doing.
Please don't ask us to leave.
Have you been speaking to Sam? You're safe for the minute.
That sounds ominous.
No, I'm going to say nothing.
I can use the money, to be honest.
Insisted that the bag lady was waiting for me to demonstrate my usefulness, or else be eaten tonight. So George found out that there was a great place he could...
Something's weird, isn't it? Ron seems strange today.
How are you?
Do you think Bronwyn might get falsely imprisoned? It happens all the time.
Are you looking to take over?
No. I'm just worried.
walls like a fish tank, where the city sleeps below,
I'm going to go and see if I can speak to the
unaware
boyfriend.
of what lurks above them, where the floating entity waits inside. Just a moment, maybe a fraction of a second, before George was gone.
Right.
And
It's 6 o'clock, and you're listening to Radio
Cloudy by
August.
the hour,
Police
so
investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing
You
to the
made it through the
community to
first
help
hour?
catch her
Ooh.
killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe?
Oh,
It's
so next
just
time you
terrible.
go out, another hour.
Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival.
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Ah. Oh, keep investigating. Or next chapter. How we do the time? Oh, half hour. Keep
A monk
investigating.
called Busan accidentally
Oh, I
glimpsed
can't guess
Queen
the boyfriend.
Cinnamon undressing the wife of King
Let's visit the chief and see if I've got more.
Pains me to think that I was even on the list, but I'm
You
ruled out
weren't.
because we have video footage of me in the station at the time of the murder. Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Bronwyn and Lexi say they were in the same room last night. Shame they can't agree which one.
Yeah,
The tarot readers
got
have
that.
mentioned a
I
job.
got that.
We don't know what. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, and you found out she's taking pills. Perhaps they're related. That's it.
Right, I'm gonna do some more.
Mother, read by Brandy Clark.
Some more what's it?
After Mother died, Penn started putting on weight.
Right. I didn't go and see him, did I, as a... Right, let's be Bronwyn again.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn. I'm Bronwyn.
Penn tried. She really did. She starved herself. She'd done it before. She could do it again. Except before was different. Before, Mother was there. Give.
Bron, something doesn't feel right. I don't know what exactly, but it's not right.
Thoughts on Dorota?
Well, it's hard to say with just one victim. Musical talent, red hair. If there's another, there will be a pattern. Do you think it's another right?
A right?
As in the same thing we were chasing after in Birmingham? I suppose it doesn't really matter. Just have to try and stop it.
Stop it? Birmingham?
The Traveller? Dead girls? Ring any bells?
No?
Traveller?
No, I can't say that because you'll get suspicious. I'll end
If
up.
it follows the same pattern as Birmingham, we're looking at 2 more victims.
Still needed her mother. The first appointment at the clinic cost most of Mother's jewelry. Then there was the
We're
vessel to pay
speaking to
for.
them
That cost Penn her books and a few.
as the police chief. Yeah, come on, let's see what they say to you.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Same smug expression. The same petulant.
Who knows whether you've made the right decision or not, Claude?
Claude,
How's
obviously,
Bronwyn
no.
been?
Overly nice. She's covering her tracks well if she has anything to hide.
What was it I asked you to do again?
You just told me to report back to you if I noticed anything suspicious. Good grief, Claude. You're a bit young to be losing your marbles already.
What were you...
Claude, we've been through this. I honestly don't remember. I checked my diary and there's no entry, so I was probably here, as always.
How can you not remember, Violet?
I
Yeah,
don't
go us
know.
this.
Which is exactly what I said in my statement. Don't try and get me to contradict myself.
Penn. It was a sharper eyesight, perhaps. When Penn stole breadcrumbs.
Chief DuPont. What a pleasant surprise. I think we've covered just about everything twice over, but if you think I'm hiding something...
Who are you really, Bronwyn Castle?
Does it bother you, Chief DuPont? Knowing there are things in this world that are black
Pardon me?
and white. You don't know what to file me under, and that makes you uncomfortable. Or perhaps you've already made up your mind about me. Why don't you tell me who you think I am?
You're a con artist. You're a murderer.
No, actually, I wouldn't say either.
You're a con artist.
I should have the budget to say nothing now. But I'd rather call her a con artist than a murder. I don't. Yeah.
I haven't asked anyone for a penny.
Legs.
That didn't
He
go
pulled his
well.
cap down more firmly, blew on his fingers, then resumed his painful progress.
Good evening, Chief DuPont.
Don't trust you at all.
Dorota's family. What does the tarot say about them?
I can do a reading if you want.
Oh,
Yes.
go on then.
It's the 5 of Cups. It talks about loss and dealing with that loss. I don't think you need a tarot reader to interpret that one.
Bronwyn never been arrested?
Not since I've met her. She's a lawful good type character, if you play D&D.
Lexi ever been in trouble with the police?
No. Not to my knowledge. She's sweet and innocent. Or haven't you picked up on that yet?
Oh, I should have asked about
I
him. I didn't get
hallucinated the
to ask him.
deaths of those around me.
Can I visit
So I
him
did
again?
it.
I want to ask him.
I
No.
was hung out. There was a good chance one of them would be sleeping it off in some quiet, sacred corner. I found one. Opened the gates of...
Oh, Chief Inspector, you gave me a shock. What is it? What have I done?
Tell me about Bronwyn.
You see, that's the thing.
What were you doing last night?
Nothing. I mean, I was here all night. This cat's on her. Bron can vouch for me.
Tell me about Bronwyn.
She's an Aquarius. Her favourite colour is green. What else do you need to know?
Is she your leader?
Leader? This isn't a cult. She looks after me and Rain. Make sure we eat healthy and brush our teeth.
Why are you here in August?
Well, it's not for the nightlife, I can tell you that. This is where the cards told us to go. I guess you could call it destiny.
Do you know anyone here? What's wrong with the nightlife?
There isn't any. And sometimes a girl needs a party.
Lucky I was not connected with
Right,
the
let's
police
get to the
manhunt
next
after the
chapter.
body was found.
Oh, I suppose
Maybe it's true.
I would need to return as Sam.
The gates of madness open at midnight. There's no point in trying to fight it, so I have to try and keep as much control as I can.
Ooh, next chapter.
It's 6 o'clock, and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe?
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival.
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Well, I can't. No point's going on straight into the next chapter. I've got to go investigate it.
Within me, the beast snarls and
It is, and that's where it's staying. You don't need to see it, Sam. Violet can get confused at times. Just keep doing what you're doing and we'll get along fine. Pains me to think that I was even on the list, but I'm ruled out because we have video footage of me in the station at the time of the murder. Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Bronwyn and Lexi say they were in the same room last night. Shame they can't agree which one. The tarot readers have mentioned a job. We don't know what. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, and you found out she's taking pills. Perhaps they're related. That's it.
Hmm.
to myself I was over it, that I was okay, that I could live a normal life. Wrong. So wrong. At least I knew what to do when the dream started. I was able to prepare, get some clothes together, do a bit of reconnaissance. I couldn't count on being
Let's
so
go
lucky a
back
second
to them
time.
as
It still
as
tore my
me
head
and
apart
see
when the
what
beast came
they-
through.
if there's anything new to do, I think.
Mercury? Sure. I'll just get it. It feels a bit sacrilegious just spreading it out to show you. It doesn't really answer questions, it more asks them. Do you want it to ask you a question, Sam?
Yeah, we'll go for that.
It wants to know if you're happy being the person you are now.
Yeah. Couldn't be anybody.
Mercury doesn't agree. In fact, if anything, and I could be wrong, it's suggesting that you're not even the person you're saying you are now. I've only had that reading once before.
But at least that worked out pretty well. Programming makes me good money. I can work from home and no one misses me.
Claude! Why am I being asked all of these questions? What have you said to Sam?
Violet's buttons.
Well, that's not the impression I'm getting. No, Claude, you listen to me. We had a deal and you said no questions asked, and a lot of questions are being asked. No, I'm not the killer, so why is everybody asking me all of these questions? Fine. Yes, goodbye, Claude.
Oh.
Under dark walls with a shuttered double door, just a drunk taking a piss, I stagger into the killing ground. For a moment, I think the footsteps are going to pass, but he, and it is always he, is just being careful before he doubles back. I take my time, leaning.
Nothing a bit more I can ask
with
you.
Anticipation within me. Hey, mate, you got a light?
Right, so they don't want to speak to me anymore.
Perhaps. I turn slowly as if I'm a little off.
Right, I haven't tried being there.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Spots on his neck seem to shine in the distant neon. I can smell his breath, sour with this.
You don't trust me, do you, Violet? Is it because I read tarot? Why don't you let me pull a card for you?
Oh,
No, thank you.
That might be down just because she's just done me as me. So let's see what it says.
Okay.
Great. What do you want to know about?
Do you know who I am?
The murder.
Oh.
Sam.
The moon. A card of illusion and deception. It shines, but really it's just a dusty old rock. Seems there's more to our detective friend than meets the eye.
Did you sleep well last night?
Yes, thank you.
I didn't see you yesterday evening.
Shall I? No, because that seems like a weird thing to say.
The left reaches the knife from his, dislocating his elbow. Blood gushes from his mouth and nose.
Mrs. Gallagher, an unexpected pleasure.
How long are you planning to be here?
In town? I really don't know. Until the tarot tells us to leave, or you kick us out, obviously.
How did you know Dorota was going to die? Why'd you...
Now that's a very good question. Logically speaking, you'd assume all three of us were in on it. Or none of us.
Blood. I toss the body away.
It doesn't make sense for any of them, to be honest.
Hello, Violet. Is everything okay? Ignore the mess. I was just going to tidy it up.
Did you have a pleasant evening?
Great, thanks. The room's really lovely.
But you weren't in this room, were you?
Oh no. Was I sleepwalking again? I haven't done that since...
Ooh.
For ages. I didn't come into your room, did I?
No.
Oh, thank God. I'll try not to let it happen again.
last, so full of people, none of them knowing, an almost post-orgasmic lethargy fills me as I wait in the rain. By the time the night bus arrives, the high has passed,
I
leaving me
wonder
drained and depressed.
if you
And as I
go
think about the
out
weeks ahead of me,
as different
the
people, can
paranoid
you
wait
go?
to see if they're going to catch me this time.
No, I don't get anything
I
more.
pay the driver and head
If
for the
I'm the
back of the
chief,
bus,
I might be able
sit
to
by
go
a
to the
window and watch
boyfriend.
London go by as through the grimy glass. Then there's another long
Let's
walk
try
through
that.
the rain, the tiredness dragging on my legs, the muscles taut with cramp.
I didn't think about that.
Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Feel the satiated slumber of the beast, and the memory of the assault grows hazy. I long to sleep myself, but everything must be put in
Why
order.
can't I switch to the bloody
The clothes I
boyfriend?
wore are bagged and ready for disposal. I'll take them to the dump tomorrow first thing. Then I'll need to trawl through the charity shops ready for the next time.
See if I got a different thing with Lexi now about the sleepwalking. No.
And another after that. Hopefully I'll get a bit of peace and my life.
I had her on the phone, so maybe no.
I know I can't resist the Slayer's needs, and I have 60 years from now, battering a victim with my walking frame to feed the beast.
Right, I haven't been in walking around.
Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain.
Well, he needed a new coat anyway. To do this. It had been a good while since the last. Would release him and grant him peace in his final years.
Have you met the new detective yet? We're basically under 24-hour surveillance now.
Do you think Sam's onto us?
Onto what exactly?
The real reason we're here.
Sam's not a mind reader. At least I don't think so. Just try not to let anything slip.
So they're definitely up to summit then.
Poe and Monroe.
Ooh.
The Calling. Read by Jessa.
Rain, I'm so worried about Bronwyn. What are we going to do?
Why are you worried about Bronwyn?
The chief thinks she killed Dorota.
Maybe she did kill Dorota.
That's not even funny, Rain. Bronwyn's the least murdery person we know.
Murderous.
Okay, let's say she did do it. What possible reason could she have for killing Dorota?
Psychopathic tendencies? Crime of...
Maybe. Maybe Bronwyn and Dorota were secretly lovers. And Bronwyn found out that Dorota was seeing someone else and killed her in a jealous fit of rage. Or maybe that's just another one of your twisted late night fantasies, in which case, leave me out of it.
Completely empty. A black void. I stared.
Ooh. I think I've been to everyone with everyone. I don't need to go to the next chapter.
Yes, I understand now. I'm the messenger. It is the others.
It's 6 o'clock, and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe?
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival?
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Is he ever good to that? It's just doing that 6 o'clock thing, isn't it?
With mirrors, in fear of catching a glimpse of himself, a pale, gaunt carcass of a man, more akin to a ghost than any living being. But the work kept him going.
Right.
It had to.
Do them in turns. See if I can get any more.
Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Their excitement had been almost unbearable.
No,
like a falling star in the night sky. 9th day on the moon, or was it night? Elevated to the excavation site, as he had been doing for the last 240. Later by the other 3 members of his scientific team. Dr. Ian.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
She glanced at them and for the first time noticed their hollow cheeks. It seemed the moon had taken its toll on Earth's best and brightest. Reached the bottom, they went through their schedule for the day, which sent meters wide that seemed to go on for several kilometers into the ground. Its edges were most unusual in that they were astonishingly smooth down to a molecular level. Indeed, it was clear that this hole was not a natural formation, but neither could it have been man-made. The hole was drilled or otherwise created over 50.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
And then was to send more probes down the hole.
Is there something I can help with, Miss Castle?
I hope we're not being too much trouble.
It's very brave of you to tell the chief that Dorota will be murdered and then stick around afterwards. I'd have run for sure.
You strike me as someone braver than that. Why would I run?
You're prime suspect, aren't you? You look strong enough to strangle another woman. Even if you're innocent, a jury would probably convict you.
Even if I'm innocent?
My mind's not made up. I just don't understand why you'd broadcast your victim before you did it.
Be offended. Do you have another suggestion, Doctor? She blurted out. We could send a person down there. One of us, perhaps. The others eyed him with concern.
Surely did everybody with him. Okay.
Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain.
Did. I'll do it. The 3 wondering if Dimitri had gone crazy, but there were 2 Dr. Whitfield conceded with a sigh. If you all right, Dr. Sheffield, you're all hooked up and ready to go. The crew member who had...
Well, that's it. They've all had a chance. Just see if she does some placement difference. She goes to their room rather than coming to us.
I'm Lexi.
Dimitri took a deep breath.
No.
Standing behind the table with monitoring equipment, each gave him a nod.
Yield anything.
To the depths. Dr. Sheffield, do you read me?
Don't trust it.
He's forgotten about the earpiece he was wearing. Yes, Dr. Utani, I hear you loud and clear, he replied. All right, we're going to accelerate your descent a bit. thought Dmitri. Even in the moon's low gravity, he could feel his stomach drop as his descent quickly accelerated.
It's 6 o'clock, and you're
6
listening to
o'clock?
Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch
So,
her killer.
obviously I'm doing
The
something
body of
wrong to not get into the
21-year-old Miss
next
Shaw, an
thingy.
accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the
I'm
murder
doing
as a
inside.
violent and despicable
Oh,
act.
I've got
Monroe.
It's
4
just
minutes.
terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed.
I'm presuming it will save
New
her.
dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to
Maybe
Radio
I've got to get
August
to the
for
next
updates.
chapter as
I
somebody
heard
else. That was
Dorota Shaw
myself.
was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival.
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as
Well,
there
then
may
he
be
speaks to the
scattered
chief again to
showers.
find out about
Let's
this
take an umbrella,
sleepwalking.
Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like
I'll
getting
do that
wet.
quickly before that.
That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Oh, got 3.5 minutes. Get to the next
Only
chapter.
now did it occur to him how narrow the tunnel really was. If he got stuck
Ah,
somehow,
that's what I needed to do. I
there
needed
was
to
no
go
way
onto
for
that
anyone
one.
to help him out. He desperately tried to dismiss the thought and focus on his work. Not
That
much
was
to
my
see
fault.
here, just more smooth black surfaces and... Hold on,
Right,
there's some scratches here. Did I...
I'm going to have to... Hopefully that should save it now. I'm going to have to leave it there. Because it's going to start writing over the start of this in under 3 minutes. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I sort of fucked up. I need to get to the next chapter. So, yeah, I probably could have moved on earlier. But anyway, yeah, we found out a little bit. No idea who's... Don't trust him. Don't trust him there, Rain or whatever his name is. Not sure about her either. Anyway, we'll see how we get on. Take care, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed it. Enjoy the rest of your evening, morning, afternoon, or night, depending what time you watch this and where you are in the world. Have a good one. Try and have a good day, and I will see you soon. Try a bit.